Hey everyone. So I thought about chaotic darkness and how to approach this fight, and I was like, ugh, I really don't want to bother with this. So I threw this team together rather quickly, no thought really given into it. Just Sephiroth, Tifa, Aerith, they are baseline on the team, as is Vinera, because the boss only has 10% passive defense and spirit. So 90% breaks, they do matter a lot. And that is also the reason why Luis is on the team for that 90% spirit break for Aerith in particular. And yeah, it's pretty much a fixed team. And I was hoping to triple imbue or have triple element on Sephiroth, Fire, Light, Dark. Didn't work out, sadly, as you will see, because the boss is a jerk. He does Byoga and he reduces your resistance to Byoga. And if you're unlucky, you're gonna get Byoga, you have the poison effect, and I have to then spend a turn with Aerith to cleanse that, which means I cannot imbue and amplify everyone with fire, thus hampering the all-around damage, because elements are still compounded, and the more elements you use with higher imperils, the better. So yeah, too bad it didn't work out, but alas. Because this isn't a fight, or this isn't a video of me getting the best possible score, it is just a fight of me getting this over with and closing out Dark Visions for this month, because I have other priorities right now. Oops, something happened. I pressed the wrong button. Anyway, so apologies in advance if my score doesn't sound or looks appealing to you. Yeah, but people have been asking me, when is your Chaotic Darkness video coming out? How are you approaching this fight? So this is a low-key, I didn't really bother much approach to this fight. It's just rather simple 6 turns and be done with it. So, a few keynotes, so to speak, too. Everyone on the team needs 80% dark and water resistance, and everyone has to be status immune to at least paralysis, I think, and especially poison, because the boss does Byoga and stuff. So yeah, I'm also having Elena, or a Neo Vision Awakened Elena, on the team for 100% resistances, so that we can completely ignore the 100% imperil on the from the boss. Oh, and I should note, because you will see this in the video, I should have started Aerith in her base form. Alright, so Aerith in her base form really doesn't wear anything special. She's got Riku's pouch and manufactured Nephesite, which is important for a turn 6 clear, because you need to use manufactured Nephesite on turn 5. And yeah, that's it pretty much. Other than that, own vision card, 80% or more dark and water resistance. The Brave Shift doesn't have that, which makes this a little bit trickier. I was hoping for good RNG. I usually have that if the boss is not a jerk, but yeah, I wasn't lucky on this attempt you're about to see. Other than that, the usual, right? So she's got the good gear, she's got a lot of magic points, etc, etc, etc. And she's got 250 demon, 275 human killer. Next up is Tifa. Tifa's base form is built for LB Fill, as you can see. And she's using Adele's vision card, because she is using fists, obviously, in her Brave Shift. This is the gear. And she's got 300 demon, 300 human. Next up is original Elena, base form, human killer, demon killer, all around rather solid stats, as you can see. Chain cap stuff is done. She's using Celeste's vision card for the balanced attack and magic, and she has 300 demon, 275 human, and her brave Shift is geared towards full passive provoke evasion and the necessary immunities and elemental resistances. Next up is Vinera. Vinera's base form is geared towards LB damage, as you can see, with the necessary resistances in mind, so that was a little bit harder to pull off, but still worked out somehow. So these are the abilities. She's using a Ling's vision card, and she's got 150 demon, 250 human. She got my leftover gear, but she still has 300 LB damage, which is cool. Next up is Louise. Base form, just the usual, the necessary resistances. I just realized I don't have... Why is this not on here? That explains so much. Purity, something. Hairpin of Purity. So she should have had this, and maybe I would not have that many issues, but well. So otherwise, she's got the necessary resistances, and in her Brave Shift. Here we are. It's all good, as you can see too. And she has 300 demon, 300 human, which is rather easy on her. And she's using her own vision card, obviously. And lastly, Sephiroth using Link's vision card as well, because mine is not EX plus 3. Base form, passive provoke, evasion. So here we are. And the Brave Shift, the usual, with lots of LB damage. Sadly, because he's not EX plus 3, I cannot max LB damage, but so be it. And yeah, he's got 225 demon, 300 human. So far from perfect, I would say. And how much LB damage? It's 230. Could have had 280 with his own vision card, but yeah, we're not here yet. And that is the team that I used to get a bad score, but like I said, I really didn't bother doing this for this month, so yeah, again, apologies for not really caring too much about this fight, because I'm not enjoying this month, neither in Clash of Wills nor in Dark Visions. So let's hope the next Clash of Wills is a little bit better. I know for sure that the next Dark Visions is going to be a lot better. So yeah, still I hope this helps you to at least defeat the boss, and yeah, enjoy nonetheless. Alright, let's go and see how this goes. So turn 1, Vinera is going to reflect. Aerith, I should start with base form. Bounces back, Protect go on to the boss. Louise is going to Ionic Fire Blaster 4 times. Both Aerith, Tifa and Sephiroth will limit for their first stack, so let's send them in. Whoops, wrong buff. Crystal Refragmentation. Let's do that. Okay, Aerith is going to Panacea. Vinera is going to be part of the chaining mission now, so double Umbral and Shadow Serpent. Louise is just going to Ionic. Tifa goes back to base. Star Shower 3 times. Sephiroth back to base for purging. Elena back to base for triple Blade of the Heavens. Let's wait for Louise to finish. And let's send in the chainers. I love SR. SR is so easy to chain. Excellent. Let's hope nobody gets Biogut. Oh, 2 good people Biogut. Oh, that's too bad. So we have to Panacea again, can't limit on error then. We'll exercise Jade with Vinera. Louise is going to Brave Shift and stack her Limit Burst. Yep. Would have to stack it a lot of times, but I'm not gonna bother with this. So we'll also do these LBs. Elena back to Brave Shift to give us stop immunity. So Radiant Shield and Blessing of the Azure. Okay. Her effect. We'll exercise Jade again. We'll limit with error. Elena is going to limit burst as well. Yep. Louise is just going to go back to base. Ionic 4 times. Let's wait for this to finish. And let's send in both Sephiroth and Tifa. Alright. Turn 5, I have Sephiroth and Tifa do their Grandis. Double Ionic Fire Blaster, Incapacitate, and Firestarter. Vinera goes back to the base form where he's going to triple Umbral, Heavenly, and Marauders in this very order. Elena goes back to base to Speed of Light. Let's see. Crystal Refraction. Let's see. Nothing else needed, right? Right. So just Crystal Refraction. And Manufactured Nephesite. Alrighty, so we'll send in these two first, they don't do much. We'll also send in Elena. We'll do her first. And do this. Okay. So the Nephesite stops this very first hit here. It's all good. Perfect. No damage taken. I will take whatever score I get now. I don't really care. I don't even have Rod Imperil on the boss because I was unlucky. Whoops, wrong form. I was a little bit unlucky with the Biogas on my team. Had I not gotten it on Luis and the Ling at all on turn 2 or 3, this would have been rather easy. But alas, it's fine. It's going to be a super bad score, but whatever. So Sephiroth, Tifa in Brave Shift will limit. Vinera is going to limit. And Louise in Brave Shift will also limit. And we'll have Aerith. If I was lucky, I would also limit with her, but it really does not matter that much. So we'll Flame Fang a couple of times. 4 times with her, and the optimal order here is we send in the right hand side of the units first, such that everything fits into the first 30 attacks of the left hand side units. Alright, now that the chain broke for some unknown reason. I don't even know why it happened, but here we are. Let's do this all over again. So Arif, Brave Shift, Quad Flame Fang. It should not break though. So I am very curious as to why this happened. Elena is going to Piercing, Blade Piercing. Vinera limits. Louise Brave Shift and limit. And so does Sephiroth. Okay, we'll send in the right hand side first and follow up immediately thereafter with the left hand side. Let's go, let's go. Alright, that kind of worked. If it's 1.9 billion or so, I will take it. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't care. So probably Sephiroth didn't hit the mark. No, he did not at all. As probably also didn't Tifa. That's fine. Yeah, super bad score. Rank 250, whatever. That's not going to last though. That's for sure. But I'll take it. Yeah. Sorry to disappoint everyone who was hoping for me having a good score. I mean, like I said in the intro, I am not really feeling this Dark Visions. The physical domain of Fire and Light was kind of cool. Using a 7-star unit, I pretty much like that, but Behemoth K, I don't know. It's such a stupid fight where you can't perfect score it. Even if you have perfect gearing, it's just, I don't know. I mean, Shadow Malice is okay of a fight, but the RNG involved with Byoga coming through or not, even if you have full immunities, it just, I don't know. Not my cup of tea, honestly. Not my cup of tea, these fights. And whoever thought that putting on trial bosses onto Dark Visions should get fired, that's just my based opinion on this. I can't wait for the next Dark Visions because that one is certainly going to be better and more fun, especially if they keep the 10 billion cap. So yeah. I'll leave it at that. I won't even retry Behemoth K. As you can see, I haven't done it all over again. It's still a bad score. It's not even cap damage. I will just leave it as. Can't be really bothered. I do have other things to do, such as my term paper that I still do. So it's due in 2 weeks, so I technically do have enough time. But if you've ever did a master's course in university, you know how strict they are with term papers, and I don't want to risk a good grade for a better score in Dark Visions. It's just not worth it in my opinion. Especially if it's such a bad Dark Visions. I mean, the only thing worse that could have been is this boss being aquatic. Honestly, this would be the icing on the cake if this boss was aquatic. That could have the only thing that could have been worse. But alas, enough ranting. I still think this Dark Visions was dumb. So I'm happy to have it behind me, and again, sorry for being this nonchalant and unimaginative for this particular Dark Visions. I know you expect more from me, and I'm sorry to disappoint this one time. It will do better next time again. And with that, I'm closing out Dark Visions for this month. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a little bit more nuanced strategies than me, but this is the best I want to do this time around. So yeah, thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.